bother me because I say, why would I allow their problem to stop what I am doing?
I just got done with my journaling for today. I have set a goal to journal every single day for the next 30 days, and it's so that I get into the habit of just journaling and talking to God and finding peace in the midst of chaos, which kind of leads into the discussion of discipline and how literally discipline has changed my life, and not just financially, just all areas of my life. But of course, it did start with the financial area of my life, and having the discipline of sticking to a budget and keeping my spending to a minimum and giving up, lump sums of money for a goal that was going to be long term, that did help me tremendously in other areas of my life to develop certain habits to hit other goals outside of money. And I know that a lot of people seem to think that you just have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and just buckle down and then get disciplined to hit your money goals. But I have grown to learn that that is not the case, and it should not be the case, because you're going from a norm to an extreme to get to a certain place in life, and that's not sustainable. I have a lot of you who DM me or you email me and you say things like, oh, I'm lazy, or I'm not disciplined enough, and I'm lacking motivation. It seems like discipline is the number one thing that a lot of people feel that they lack, and that's the reason why they have not hit certain money goals. But I think that it's just a lack of you figuring out how to make this journey work for you. All the tips that you see, you cannot apply them all to your life the same way. We are not all living the same life. We don't all have the same patterns. We don't behave all the same way. We don't think the same way. And so it's really unrealistic to think that there's this one cookie cutter way to do things in life, and then when it doesn't work out, you automatically assume that it's you and you're the reason why it's difficult to stick to these certain things. I encourage you to view discipline not just in regards to your money, but all areas of life, as not something that is just this huge dramatic shift in your behavior that you just wake up and automatically have one day. Just view it as giving yourself grace and inching one step closer to whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's just daily commitment to one small thing, and then that kind of builds up on itself until it gets to the point where things become a habit. It doesn't have to be you going into this specific thing like, eating at home 7 days a week. It could just simply be you writing out a list of meals one day and then going to the grocery store and getting, ingredients for one of the meals, or just simply eating at home once that day, whether that's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like, you're taking small, little, tiny, manageable steps to get to the big shebang, to get to, that big milestone. I also think discipline and consistency is you honoring yourself. It is the highest form of honor, because even though it's difficult, it does not feel good, especially in the beginning. you know that it's for your greater good, and you're kind of delaying that gratification so that your future self can be in a much better position, whether that's health wise, financially, career wise, whatever it is you honoring yourself, and more specifically your future self. And a lot of things that block us from being disciplined when it comes to the goals that we really want to set, but maybe we're too afraid to because we don't feel like, we have it in us to stay consistent with it. That block comes from a lack of confidence. Obviously, whenever we set new goals, it's new territory. Even though we may not like our current reality, that current reality is safe. We know what this current reality feels like. If it's you living paycheck to paycheck, you're drowning in debt. You know what that feels like, and so it's not so scary. It's not as scary as you trying to embark on a debt-free journey, or trying to move out of your comfortable job into a higher paying position. And so even though those things have the potential to improve your life, they're still really scary, and a lot of us are going to talk ourselves out of it. We're going to sit here and use these assumptions that we have about ourselves as, the reason why we shouldn't try to go after these certain things. It's because, we lack discipline, we're not consistent, we're lazy, we're not smart enough, we're not good enough, we don't have enough experience. And I find that it's so funny that we have like two parts to our mind, where one part wants us to elevate. We have these goals that we want to set. We visualize ourselves in a new reality. But then as soon as we get really close to setting that goal and committing to it, here comes that comfort side, like the side of us that hates our current reality but likes it and is addicted to it in a sense. And we try to convince that other side of us that's wanting something new and wanting change. We try to convince ourselves out of it, which when you break it down like that, it sounds so crazy that we try to convince ourselves out of improving our current realities because we're afraid and we don't really know if we have what it takes. I feel like the first step to improving discipline and consistency is working on you. Just simply working on accepting that we are worthy of the things that we want to achieve, that we are worthy and capable of paying off debt, of landing a six-figure job, that we are worthy and capable of going out and purchasing our first home, and we can do these things. That is the first step, because no one in life who does not feel like they are worthy of something, and no one in life who doesn't feel like they are capable of something and that doesn't have confidence in their own back, that person's not going to get to their goals because they're not going to allow themselves to take action. It's kind of just like you kill the dream before you even fully get to realize, the full vision of it. I did not get to where I am in life, especially financially, as a single mother of two who's not this high earner. I did not get to where I am in life simply by luck, despite what some people may think. I didn't get here by luck. I got here by intention, and I was able to stay disciplined and committed and consistent when it came to, doing what I needed to do to reach these certain goals, because I had full faith in myself. I had confidence in myself, and I had already worked through these mental blocks. I had already realized that I was capable and I was worthy of whatever it was that I was trying to achieve. And so whenever you realize your worth, you become committed. And commitment is a lot different than simply, I'll try or I'll give it my best. Commitment is, even if, things go wrong, even if I mess up, even if things in life starts knocking me down back to back, I'm going to figure out a way to continue to move forward. I'm going to reroute, but the destination is going to stay the same. It's not I will see. You're fully committed. There is no plan B. you're going to figure out how to, bring plan A to fruition. And so there was no, I'm going to try to pay off debt. It was, I am going to pay off debt. And even though, yes, certain things did pop up, certain things now continue to pop up, I still had it in my mind that no matter what, I was going to continue forward. I may have to take a small break, I may have to change plans, but I am still going to put my eye on debt freedom. That is the prize. So if you are watching this, my biggest piece of advice is to sit down and make a list. Whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish in life, whatever your main goal is, write down objections to that. Why do you feel like this may not be possible for you? And this helps you to separate fact from, assumption. When you write down this list, ask yourself each one of those things, is this really a fact? Or is this just an assumption based on, a previous experience? Maybe you had, a lump sum of money and you blew it. So now you don't think that you're good with money. And now you feel like if you get another lump sum of money, you're not confident in your ability to manage it properly. And so you think that you're going to blow it because you blew it before. Write down your objections. Why do you feel like you're not worthy of more money? And are these facts or assumptions? And you may be very surprised to learn that a lot of these objections that you have, they're not facts. They're just assumptions that you have created in your mind to keep yourself in your comfort zone. Although you don't really like where you are, you're still addicted to it. It is still your current reality, and you're in a place where your current reality feels a lot safer than the potential. It feels a lot safer than these goals that have the ability to literally change your life. And when you are doing this, on the other side of this paper, write down things that help support your goal. Things that you have done that help support that you are capable and worthy of this goal. And then next time you get into this funk where you're like using something that happens, maybe your car breaks down and you're like, see, this is exactly why I can't do this. This is why this was a waste of time and I should just quit and I should just stick to, what I know. Then you'll be able to use those things that you've already been proactive and written down as facts as to why you're able to achieve this thing and why you should keep going. Basically, the positives should speak a lot louder than the negatives. And I know by human nature, naturally we just go straight to the negatives, and this is like a way of survival. It's to make sure that certain things don't happen again. So we just kind of narrow in on the negatives, and it's like a defense mechanism. But you have to train yourself to listen to the positive side of things. You have to train your mind. It's like a wild animal. It needs to be tamed. You have to train it to think the way that you want to think. You have to train it to be in alignment with your goals and your vision for your life. It's not naturally going to do that. It's naturally designed to keep you safe, to help you to navigate through the world as comfortably as possible. And you can't really navigate through life based on comfort, because change is rooted in discomfort, right? You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because new goals are going to be new territory, and your brain is going to be like, we need to go back to what we're used to. We don't know how this is going to work out. This is scary. Once again, it's trying to keep us, safe, survival. And so you kind of have to let it know, no, this is okay. This is good. This change is good, and this is why. And I really do 100% believe that this is how I am constantly able to elevate when it comes to my health, my finances, my spirituality, all of that. I I train my brain to accept change, to accept trying new things, because these new things have the potential to change my life. And once you do that, staying consistent becomes a lot easier because you're not self-sabotaging and you have the discipline to stay committed because you know why you're worthy of it, you know? But I hope that this has helped someone. It's truly what I live my life by, and I hope that my story is proof of that. But let me know down below in the comments what goals you're working on and the self-sabotaging thoughts that tend to come up whenever you try to work towards those goals. And let me know if this video was helpful. Be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one.